Hey, Ron Paulk here. Well, you know that because you're watching my channel, and obviously it's the Ron Paulk channel, so I must be Ron Paulk. That just seems like a thing you sort of have to do, is introduce yourself every time. Maybe not. First off, I'm over 70,000 subscribers, and I want to thank you for that. That is fantastic. And now my goal for this year is to go over 100. That's going to be tough. The net is about 16,000. So I got to do almost double. And so I'm looking at my channel and feeling like I've sort of hit a ceiling. What can I do to be more interesting? Well, maybe try being more interesting. I have looked at the metrics from last year. Now I can do a deep dive into those, but really, if I take a quick snapshot, which is what I did, I look at, I got 108,000 likes, I got 5,000 dislikes, I got 5,000 comments, and 7,000 shares, and 16,000 new subscribers. So, not a stellar year, not an awful year, but I put up a lot of videos to get that. I see videos, I'm trying to figure out what do woodworker channels do that get a lot of views, and I found a few, and I was looking for the ones with over 1 million, and I'm talking about 1 million views on one video. And I'm finding videos like, I found this one, it was just tips and tricks, and it was really low level stuff, like if you make a cut on a piece of plywood, it splinters, and if you put a piece of tape down and then cut that, it doesn't splinter. There were 3 tips on the video like that. You never saw the guy, you just saw his hands. And it wasn't really great tools. He was doing it with a jigsaw, not a track saw or anything. And he didn't talk. It was just, had some text over, and it was really short. And I thought, that's amazing. I look at all the production energy I put in time, and I put in one, and it takes me how many videos? 50 videos to get 1 million views. So what is it about that? I don't know. I've got to figure it out. I'm not sure yet. So I looked at my own videos, my top 10 for 2017. My top video was actually from 2016 December, but it hit its stride in 2017, had 378,000 views. That video was a fluke. I was down in the shop. I did something. I couldn't even repeat it. It was just, I was amazed that something happened, and I went, oh, hey, guess what? I just did this with a Sawzall, and boom, there's my top video of the year. But if I look at all of the ones that I put so much time into, and production energy and cost, and 3,000 views, 5,000 views, it just isn't there. Doing long project-based videos, there isn't enough interest. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to focus more on woodworking tips and tricks. I'll do tool reviews and show you how I use tools, but I'm going to try to make them short and snappy, and most of all, entertaining. I hope that you can learn something quickly, and maybe the titles will be so that if somebody's searching and they want to know how to do a square cut, something like that will pop up and they can see it. It'll be quick, and okay, now I know how to do that. So informative but entertaining at the same time. Now, the other thing is, this channel is not the Ron Paulk woodworking channel, though that's been the dominant. I've got 600 videos just about up, and almost every one is about woodworking. But it is a channel that's named after me, and I do a lot more than that, and I'm quite into photography, so I'm going to start sharing some of my photography. Now, I've had a lot of emails and comments from my fellow woodworkers that have said, hey, I saw your photography over at 500px, and man, what lens did you use for that, or where'd you go, where was that? So I realized there's an interest with my woodworkers. It seems because it's creative. I think a lot of woodworkers are probably into it, and maybe I'll find a lot of photographers that don't know about my woodworking, and they'll see that, and I'll get some crossover. But mainly, I really want to do some more of my photography and my traveling, and I think to do that on a second channel it would be just too much for me to manage, and I might get distracted over there and let this channel slide. So I think by having it in front of me and having my goal of a minimum of 2 videos a week, that I can keep it up. And I'll be sure to title them and to put them in the right playlist so that for my woodworker friends that want nothing to do with photography, they don't have to waste a minute. But for those that are interested in what I'm doing, you'll at least have a chance to take a peek, because I like woodworking, I like photography, I like travel, and I like to eat. So hopefully I'll be able to cover some of those, probably a lot of them in a vlog-like format. In fact, I already have my first video. I dug through my archives. I shoot video all the time. So I dug through my archives from my last Hawaii trip, because we are getting ready to head back to Hawaii for our annual trip. And I'm going to be shooting a lot more when I'm there. And I found this one that I had started to make, and I just never got around to it. So I made that up, and that is actually going to be my very next video. So if you don't want to see anything about my photography, then don't watch my next video. It's actually about Diamond Head, Waikiki, and Blue Hour. So it's a pretty neat topic if you're into photography. Well, that's where I'm going, and obviously I'm fluid in this, and I'm willing to listen to what you have to say. That's going to be the direction of my channel, so look forward to a lot more tips and tricks to do with woodworking, and more photography, and a whole lot to do with travel as well. Hey, I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I just ask that if you're interested, to be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll know when I drop a new video. And also share the channel or one of the videos with somebody you know, and help me grow my subscriber base. Help me get to that 100,000 mark. Put your comments down below and I'll take a look. Have a great day.